But speaking of prison and fucked up people and shit you don't need to go on, what is our next topic?
We're talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
So, you guys, there was like a 4 to 6 part hourly episode on, was it A&E or something like that? You watched on Amazon. I watched on Hulu, but it's Gypsy in her own words. So she
Mm-hmm.
walks us through birth to when
Mm-hmm.
she is paroled and let out of prison. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
she marries Peter Griffin. Oh my God. But am I right or am I right?
You are absolutely
Yeah.
right. You're
So Gypsy
absolutely
Rose
right.
Blanchard, if you don't know, she is probably, I think, the most famous case of, or she's the only case, I want to say, of a victim of Munchausen by proxy killing their parent, killing their abuser. If you don't know, I think it was, fuck, she did 8 years, so she got out and she got paroled in 2023, so 2015. She actually had her boyfriend at the time help her
Mm-hmm.
kill her mother because she had lifelong abuse by her mother with all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of manifested, made up, manifested, not drama, but drama, um, diseases where
Very
she
dramatic, but not drama. Very, very real. Very, very
had
real.
her head regularly shaved. She had her salivary glands removed when she didn't need it. Fake
Mm-hmm.
cancer. Was in a wheelchair when she didn't need to be. All of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she had it where it's in her own words. And I was watching. So now that you're done, are you done watching the whole thing?
I'm done. Completely done.
So tell me your thoughts. Tell me everything.
Okay. So I I get that she has been through something that nobody ever deserves.
Correct.
That it was horrible, horrible what her mother did. Um, but I have a very like binary type of like feeling about it. Like at some point, yeah, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I get it. I understand. I feel like while I don't agree with it, I understand. But at the same time, I'm just like, no, I don't understand.
No.
Because and the feeling for that side is like, okay, so you knew for a good long while that you could walk. You knew
Yeah.
for a good long while that this was, a big scam, and
Yeah.
granted she didn't understand like the brevity and like the severity of it and everything that she was there was just stuff that she didn't even wasn't aware of that she came to realize while she was in prison,
Mm-hmm.
but she carried on a relationship with this Nicholas Godejohn, that is her boyfriend, who actually carried out the act of unaliving her mother. She carried on a relationship with him over the internet via,
For years.
for years. And for
Yeah.
me, I'm just like, if I am at the point where either I kill my mother or I live here forever, I feel like there's a half step before that.
Yeah.
Like I can call the police. They can show up, and when she starts
Well,
trying to say, "But oh, well, hold
he
on."
had power of attorney of her saying
True,
that she was mentally incompetent.
true, but she also has been living under this ruse of she's physically disabled. She has to have a wheelchair. She can say, "Listen, she says I need a wheelchair. Get up and walk. She says that I
Yeah.
have muscular dystrophy and cancer and all this other stuff. Take me to the hospital, get me tested." She's a liar. She's kept me trapped in and at least then like somebody has said something and the police have
Yeah.
been a party and I can't ever imagine what it was like for her in that, and I'm sure that something in her was so inherently broken that she just kind
Yeah.
of skipped that step, and she's like, the only way I can leave is for her to not be alive anymore. That's the only way that she's not, because she had left before and she was
Yeah.
drugged right back.
And
And so
chained to the bed and
and chained to the
starved and
bed. Yeah.
abused and
Yeah,
beaten and everything. So I
absolutely.
get that. Like you get that mentality of, and I mean, I'm sure battered women syndrome, it's very much a real thing where um you don't think everybody's gonna believe you. And especially since her
Yeah,
mother did have a power of attorney where it was saying she was not mentally competent. And we don't know what kind of Keystone cops were dealing with either, where they were living.
that's true. That's
I do
true.
find it very, very weird that they went from Louisiana during Katrina to Missouri of all places, and
Mhm.
nobody questioned why they never left, but then again, I lived in Houston where many, many people went post Katrina and never left
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. But
So,
it was very convenient to her
mhm,
con also because she could live under the guise that, oh, all of our medical
our
records
records are gone and
were
destroyed. Yeah.
destroyed in Katrina. So basically she's starting all the way over. You know, she can make up a whole new slew of conditions if she wants to.
But
And
my question is like weird. This was 2005 because Rylan was a baby during Katrina, and everything, medical records were computerized.
mhm.
So it's not
Yeah.
like they just disappeared off the planet and
Yeah.
they weren't. And even during this documentary, the doctor who was her doctor for most of the time in Springfield, he was like, "Oh yeah, if I had seen these, I definitely would have like questioned some shit."
Yeah. And the
But it's
thing,
like,
I
why the
think it
fuck
was
would
that
you
same
not?
doctor. Yeah. I think it was that same doctor that didn't, isn't it the same doctor that called CPS on
Yeah, and
them
they never did anything.
and well, they showed up and they apparently verbally accosted Dee Dee, who was her mother, but then they never followed up. You know, there was
Yeah.
no follow up. You know, so obviously they were limited to what they could do, I guess. But the
And no
doctor,
bash on CPS because we know
yeah.
how
Well,
eh,
I have my
let's just
feelings
say
about
I do
CPS.
too. Yeah. We do. You have the ones that are so overwhelmed that they give a shit and they don't have the resources, and you have the ones that half-ass their job and
Yeah,
do more harm than good. So we'll
yeah,
we'll
for
say that.
sure. Yeah,
But I mean,
but
but
it
you
is a
look at the
broken
system as a
system.
whole. Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's a
is a
shitty
broken
system.
system. And the doctor, I mean, I was very impressed by the fact that the doctor like called them into the office and said, "I want you to know that I'm the one that called." And that was the
Yeah.
very same doctor that said, like, they asked him, if you could say something to Gypsy today, what would you say? And he said, "About broke my heart." He said, "I'm sorry that I failed you." And I was just like, God, the amount of guilt, because first of all, you can tell that this is a good
Yeah.
man. This is a good
Yeah.
doctor that cares about the Hippocratic oath that he took, and he, you know, vowed to do no harm. And he, you know, it just, you could tell that he was really personally affected by, he
Yeah.
felt like maybe he could have done more. So there was so many pitfalls in this whole situation, so many like loopholes and like missteps that Dee Dee was just able to manipulate her way through, and she was a
Yeah.
master manipulator. And unfortunately, she taught Gypsy how to be a
And you
master
can
manipulator
tell.
too.
You
Hmm.
remember I told you when we started talking about you watching and I said, let me know if you think she's being authentic. I
Yeah,
started watching some of the stuff that she was saying, like the stuff with her grandfather. I did not buy
yeah.
that at
I didn't
all.
buy it
I didn't
either.
buy it.
I'm
Um,
not blaming any victims. We, you know, if you are a
no,
victim of
absolutely not.
SA, then we absolutely we feel for you. We understand. We're sorry that
We
that
stand
happened,
with you.
but we do not believe that she is being honest about what happened. And if it did, I'm sorry that that was one more level of
Hmm.
abuse that you had to endure in your childhood. But I don't buy it
I
because
don't buy it.
this is the first we've heard about it. You know, we haven't heard about it
Yes.
in any other stories or anything like that. None
And
of
a
the
lot of
family
her
members
bullshit, this is the
believe it.
first time I've told anybody. There were several instances of this is the first time I've ever said anything to somebody.
Yeah,
And it came like 'cause she had the relationship with the man that I think he was the convicted felon. It was like where she was at some con.
his name was Dan.
She met
Yeah.
him. Yeah. And she found he was on parole and he couldn't leave her probation. He couldn't leave the state that he was in. And
Mm-hmm.
that was the one we mentioned where her mom drug her back and
Yeah.
chained her to the bed, and that's when she got the POA. Then there was Nicholas Godejohn, who she was in a relationship for years. And I have seen a lot of things where his mother has come out and said, like, he's on the autism spectrum, he didn't know what he was
Yeah.
doing. But
Mm-hmm.
like he had like and they checked like the search history has been verified of like their chats and all of that stuff. And he did have that alter ego where he was a
Yeah.
vampire named Victor and he was very much into BDSM and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Had
have,
killing fantasies and rape fantasies, and yeah.
yes, sir. Go get in the shower.
Micah.
Amy says hi. Can you wave? Hang on, get in the camera. Get over, get over. All right, go get in the shower. Make sure you
Hi,
shut the door.
buddy.
Nobody needs to see your balls.
It's not that kind of program.
No, I'm gonna wait for him to get in there and shut the door.
Mhm.
Shut the door and go get in the shower, bro.
But yeah, I did not
I
buy the uh the um the stuff about her grandfather. Oh, and about the Nicholas Godejohn stuff. You know, and I get that the movie that came out, The Act, with Patricia Arquette, and you know, and I forget the name of the actress, but
Joey
that did
King,
a stupendous job.
phenomenal.
Absolutely,
She's come
exactly
a
how.
long way from Ramona and Beezus.
Yeah, she was also in one of the Godzilla movies. She was really good.
And she was
Um,
in the Kissing Booth movies too, which I loved. I thought she was great in.
I didn't see those,
It's because
but
you're not a 13-year-old girl,
that's true. I'm not anymore.
and I am at
But
heart.
in that movie, they definitely portrayed him as somebody that may have a little bit of like
Yeah,
a mental
agreed.
disability or be on the spectrum. But then in the documentary that we just watched, the Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she really paints him as um
Like a
a,
controlling
yeah, as somebody that has complete
asshole.
control over their facilities. They know exactly what they're doing. Whereas in the movie he was portrayed as having a mental disability. In what they're saying in real life is that he was more mentally disturbed
But
than
I think that was
with
because
psychosis.
they did all of that off of like I think the word of his like mother where she's like no, he's like mentally disabled. He is on the and I think that's everybody throws autism spectrum as like a way to generalize people having it would be like retarded or slow or whatever that it was called when
Mhm.
we were kids. I think that there's a difference between like some cognitive disabilities and being on the autism spectrum, but that's just me speaking as an autism parent.
Right.
Um, and I think a mom knows her kid, but I also think for a man, not a he's not a boy, he's a man.
Yeah.
We have to remember that. To have in writing these confirmations, text, Facebook messages, all of that, where he did have these killing fantasies. Um, I think it very much backs up her story. But
Mhm.
I just for him to be cognizant enough to be able to have somebody, even though he had a job, she paid for his bus tickets and everything when the two times he came to see her.
Mhm.
And for to coordinate this act, as they called it, the act from the movie, and the plan that they had, and to know to it's not he's not doing it because he doesn't know that it's a bad thing, because there's even in the movie she talks about how they're hiding in the closet. There's the court record showed that yeah, they did hide in the closet in the place. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He very much knew I mean, autistic kids, they know right from wrong. They know what they're doing 9
Mhm.
times out of 10. So I think
Yeah.
that's a bullshit cop out on the part of the mom. Um, do I think Gypsy maybe took advantage of if he was a little slow? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because you see her I think she learned manipulation from her mom. I really
Oh, for
honestly
sure.
do.
For sure. She's already proven, because Peter Griffin, her dear husband, she has already proven that she's been deceitful to him, because she admitted that she had been talking to her ex-fiance. And that's the thing,
Mhm.
bitch has two fiancés and she's in prison.
Man, and she
What
in
kind of game?
prison and she's
Her phone
missing like
sex
20.
game, it must be on
uh
point. Point.
I'm telling you, there's gotta be there's like some show coming out on Bravo called Prison Wives soon, where it's like women
Oh
who
God.
met men in prison. And I only know about it because I watched this Gypsy documentary. But so I think it's weird. So this man that she's marrying, I think his name is, or she's married to him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She's
they're
married to
married.
him. So she is twice engaged. Okay. How many
Hmm.
times have you been engaged? I've been engaged twice, married once.
I have been engaged 3 times, married once.
Okay. So, I mean, our batting averages
But
are
I've also
okay,
never been in
right?
prison.
We've
I
never been
wasn't
in prison.
incarcerated when I was
Like
engaged.
like engaged with like no. So she got engaged to this guy, I think post. because her parole was granted in 2021, and she even says in the documentary, like, it's like November 2021. The soonest I would be eligible to be released would be late 2023. So this guy, she got engaged to Peter Griffin, as we'll call him, because he looks like fucking Peter Griffin. If I'm lying, I'm dying. But
Yep.
he engaged like after she already knew she's getting out, right? Their wedding day, when they got married, they only had like a quick little kiss. That was the seventh in-person visit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boggles the mind. But it goes back to, like, if you have never seen a pussy or had a pussy in real life, can't get a girlfriend because you don't have a hot big boobed blonde friend to act as your wing woman, you're gonna take whatever you can get. You're gonna take whatever you can get. And when she got released, because if you watch like the very last episode, she gets released, and he is hot to fucking trot.
Oh yeah.
He's ready to go to Pound Town. And she's like, oh my God, I'm outside. And he is like, I missed you, rubbing her leg and shit, all creepy style. Not you, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
But like you said, she has been engaged twice. I want to know about the other filler. That's what I want to know. I want to know, who are you? Do you look like Quagmire? That's what I want to know.
You know, it's interesting because, like, you know, she talks about like the whole, like when I was talking about her being deceitful with her now husband, then fiance, about talking to her ex. She's in prison, okay? It's not like he's just sending her a what's up text at, 12:30 at night. Yeah, you up?
Yeah.
Question mark, winky face.
Eggplant emoji.
Eggplant peach, smiley face. It's like this was an active, you had intention with this. So the way that it worked out in my mind is, he obviously, that we're talking about the first fiance, the first simp. He obviously like sent her a letter or something, or in some way contacted her, and then she called him. So obviously she doesn't have, virtuous intentions, because she's still actively communicating with her ex-fiance and being deceitful with her current husband, then fiance, about it. So, and yes, that's what she was taught, but at the same time, yes, manipulate and lie. And it, and he even said, her husband, Peter Griffin, he said, well, I just, know that, she may not tell me right away, but she'll eventually tell me. I'm like, yeah, once she gets her fucking story straight, she'll tell you.
I mean, a player's got to play, right?
Player, don't hate that player, hate the game.
But my thing is that she said that she told him she still had feelings. So I don't think the ex reached out to her. I think she was it was one of those that it was like, I did not, when Kevin and I got engaged and we were about to get married, I did not ever, like, I never went back to the well for anybody. So she was probably like one of those that she got such shitty attention as a child. And she kept spewing this because she was, if you guys have never watched anything about Gypsy Rose, like, Disney princesses were her thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think she wanted Prince Charming. She wanted like fucking any of the other ones. She wanted it with whoever. And even like a psychiatrist even said like she had such negative energy, or not, but like attention as a child, that she would literally gravitate and glom onto any kind of attention, or settle for anybody who came at her. And I think that's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate. Yeah. If you have a shitty home life, and I think that both of us, can definitely speak from our own experience. You have a shitty home life and you go out into the real world, anybody that shows you any kind of positive attention, you're going to automatically gravitate and be like a magnet, like a moth to a flame. And I think she spent so much time of her childhood being so famous, and everyone loving her, and, oh, you're such an inspiration to us, Gypsy, and we love you so much. And now she's infamous. and she's getting
Yes.
letters from people in jail, and this marriage isn't going to last.
No,
And now
absolutely
she's
not.
out, and she's already a TikTok sensation. If she was
Oh,
really
yeah.
serious about this, about Peter, poor
She
Peter,
would go under
she
the
would want to
radar.
be, she would want to just be that poor Southern Louisiana special needs teacher's wife, and that would be enough for her. It is not going to be
Yeah.
enough for her.
That
She's
bitch
not
has
going to enjoy that life.
9.8. She has 9.8 million followers on TikTok.
Fuck her. That's
And
all I
she's
can
following
say.
20 people. She
And her
got barely
9
any.
million followers.
Yeah. I need to eventually like go down that fucking rabbit hole and watch the shit show that's her TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
And I know that we're looking at probably a good 3 to 6 months of interviews, media saturation.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
then
book
she's
is
just
going to
gonna
come out.
go with the book. She's gonna have another movie come out, and then
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna go by the wayside
Yeah.
and go into oblivion. My
into obscurity.
wonder is what is she going to do to get back into the media spotlight?
OnlyFans.
You think so? Oh yeah, Octomom did it too. So
Octomom. I mean, it's easy. I mean, she got her GED in jail, which good for you. But what skills does she have? You know, only thing she's
none.
good at is wheeling herself around in a fake ass wheelchair. You
Murder, putting on a wig,
know, murder. You know, dressing up like a dick. She could be Cinderella.
manipulation.
She could go to Disneyland and be Cinderella.
There you go.
And there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
I
she's
just like
not
how
going to
she was
enjoy this
like,
life.
I've been lying to you guys or hiding something. I've been engaged for 6 months. So factor that, people. She was engaged for 6 months. Then she got married probably
In
like a
prison.
month or two after she said that, in prison. And their seventh in
This
person.
many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you can go and you can have visiting hours weekly. I know my stepdad used to be in prison.
No conjugals.
No conjugals. Like he put the pussy on a pedestal for it. That is where, and this guy, he was a teacher at a Christian school. He got fired from his Christian school.
He was asked to resign because they felt
he
like
got fucking fired.
He got fired. I know, but they said that they felt like that him being in a relationship with a convicted murderer would put and they're probably right. You know, because the media frenzy, you know, they're going to be following him to work. They're going to be wanting to interview the people that he works with. It's going to interfere with the flow of the school day. I wouldn't want that either. You know, and if you're happy with Gypsy, then great. But at the same time, we also have an entire. Yeah, I do too. I think he's a simp. I think he's being taken advantage of. I think. How long do you think? What's your over under on them splitting up?
Under 2 years. I will be shocked if it makes it a full year. But I will definitely say under 2.
So I see it in 2 different scenarios. I think in 6 months, she's going to realize that she's kind of like got the golden ticket right now. And so I think by May, June, they will have filed for a divorce or an annulment.
Or she'll be in the news out with somebody else.
Or she's going to get pregnant.
When's she going to? She got out at the end of December, right?
She got out
December 28th.
December 28th, 2023. So she's been out for less than a month. I bet if she gets pregnant, she's pregnant by Valentine's Day.
I'm counting the pregnancy weeks. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could possibly, because you know she's not the type to keep it until after the first trimester. End of February, I bet you're probably right. We're probably going to see, and it's going to be my whole bullshit of watching the whole thing. If we're going to go back that far, is her faked naivete.
Yeah, that annoys the shit out of me.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. You had TV. If you were on the internet with fucking Vlad, the goddamn 500-year-old fucking BDSM, suck my whole dick, okay? You know. If you're sexting with Vlad, you fucking know what murder, you know what's going to happen. Shut the
Mm-hmm.
fuck up, you dumb cunt.
I
I
would
think
like
I
to
have a
state for the record,
buzz.
his name is Victor. Victor, not Vlad.
Vlad is better.
Vlad is better. Okay, Vlad.
Vlad.
Vlad, go to John.
I think I have a little bit of a buzz.
Well, you've had 2 Trulies, right? Look at
Yeah,
you.
that's more than I
Going
usually.
hard. Welcome to my
Yeah.
world, baby.
I'm gonna be so hungover tomorrow. Definitely not gonna be able
You
to
don't
smell
have
any
to
bar
work.
mats. I know, but I told him I'm taking Micah roller skating, so somebody is breaking a hip. It's me. It's me.
It's me.
Hold on.
Hi.
I'm going. I'm trying to get the thing to scroll down.
You need to have him up, ready to
I know.
go.
Fucking
We
sucks
need a
today.
freaking producer.
I know we do. We
That's
need a
not
woke
it.
lesbian producer.
We're not powered by anything but simply lemonade and Truly.
I can't get it to go, so I'm having technical difficulties.
It's Missy. Missy's the problem.
I mean, if you ask my mother, yeah, that's true, and my father and my brother. Oh, the demon said hello. That was Vlad as well. Yeah, I can't get it to freaking scroll down to Taylor, so hold on. I bet I can search it. No, ooh, Taylor is gone out of our thing. I think that might be why.
Missy
Where's
didn't
my
pay the
download?
subscription this month.
Nope, there it is. I just spelled it wrong. Told you.
Did you spell it T-A?
I can't hear it on my side, so I hope
I can hear
I
it.
just heard the end of it. I'm feeling it's my internet. I'm gonna get better internet, I guess.
Or you need to not live in a blizzard.
Fucking, it's not. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. So
my ex-husband Will, he lives in like northwest Arkansas in a little town called Yellville, and he sent me a picture of his back patio, and it's like winter wonder. It's like ice. It's like winter has come. It's insane. He said it was 6 degrees, and this was like at 2 in the afternoon that he sent me this. So it was like 3 o'clock his time. And I'm just like, wow, I hope I hope your heater is on, and I hope your internet is good. And he's just like, yeah, the internet's been shit today. I'm just like, I know that is bugging you more. Like the power could go out. As long as you still have internet, you'd be fine.
I mean, he's not wrong though. But like we had the same thing where we had snow last Friday. We got like 6 inches of snow. And then on Tuesday, we got 2 inches of snow. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, it was 50 degrees. And then Friday through today, it's been like 14. So all of our snow melted, except for like the giant where my kids tried to make snowmen. But our deck is still like ice over. So my dog, poor guy, he has to go out and he has to go down the stairs of our deck. So if he gets really where he's got his shit, he's like, what? And he slips on ice. He's like, oh, fuck, got it. And I'm like, shit, we're gonna. Yeah, and he's not. He's like a lab mix, and his hair is real short. So that motherfucker, he has been like under a blanket. We're like, do you need to go potty? And he's like, no, I don't.
No, I'm good. You know what you should do?
My balls are already cut off. They're inside my body.
Oh, poor baby, poor Scooby.
Chewy.
Or Chewy, sorry, not Scooby. The other one.
Fucking.
The other. You should do is I saw this dude that I follow on TikTok. He's got these cute little dogs, and at the base of his stairs for his deck, he put like a cardboard box and like just like a blanket over like that before it snows. So when the dogs go out, he can flip this blanket up, and there is grass for them to go in.
Oh, that's pretty smart. No, he's got grass, but it's getting down because he's not one to dilly dally. He's not hanging out outside unless there's something dead for him to roll in. Like he will shit and get. He's not one to hang out on like a normal day anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Get his shirt on.
Micah.
But yeah, he shits, he gets, he's done.
Saw that door open behind you.
Yeah.
The light comes pouring out. Yeah. I love your dress.
He like, hey, turn the light off, dude.
Where were you born in a barn?
Yeah, that shit costs money. Watch. He was like, shut my bedroom door. he was like sneaking out, like where he had it like pressed against his chest, like he's got tits. Bless his little heart. He's like, oh my god, I gotta go, Mom.
Don't look at my nipples.
Don't do your kids when they are younger? Like my boys will be like fucking Farmer Fran on, like where he's like, I'm like, let go of your tits. They're just sitting like
No,
rub on them. They're like,
no, neither one of them.
really?
Steven used to fiddle with his junk, but that's pretty normal for a boy.
Yeah, they hold on to that their whole life like it's their own personal worry stone. Like right on the little baby tip because their penises are still so little. They're like, meow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like at least they're not like, Bonk. And then they take after their daddy. That's weird. That's fucking weird.
That's weird.
That's
So
weird.
Gypsy
That's
Rose, we look forward to hearing more about you and your life on the outside. I bet that's the new documentary. That's going to be the next documentary. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Life on the Outside.
I really kind of wonder, do you think she's going to take out Peter Griffin if she can't keep getting like coverage and like, or do you think
I think she'll just leave him. I think she'll just leave him
for another guy, obviously,
for somebody else. Yeah, that will be her real Prince Charming.
She's one of those you can tell, like, because of the way she's grown up, unfortunately, she's not going to be able to be alone. That's a whole thing. I had thoughts on like her dad. What did you think of her dad?
I think that her dad has got. Oh, and that was another thing. I think that her dad. I don't think he knows what to think. You know, he was kept in the dark about so much and lied to about so much. And I think that throughout her life, he did the very best that he could with what he was given to work with. But obviously, all Dee Dee wanted from him was money. And that's, you know, the only really, like, only relationship that Gypsy had with her dad was his money. Mm-hmm. I think that Gypsy will... I think that she will turn to him if and when she inevitably gets herself into some kind of trouble again, even if it's like a DUI or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, we're going to see a DUI, bet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Or disorderly conduct or some kind of shit. But here's
a Gypsy. I'm going to make a Gypsy bingo card.
Yeah, or like a death pool or something.
No, let's make a bingo card of like pregnancy, DUI, like random shit. Send me like 6 things that you think is going to happen.
I will.
And I'll make up the rest. And we'll do it. If you guys want to play along, let us know. We'll make Gypsy bingo cards and I will email them to you. If you guys email us.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's do it.
So there was a part where she had said something about, I think her stepmother, I think her name is Christy. Yeah, I like Christy. I think Christy's a real one. I think that she genuinely wants to give Gypsy the benefit of the doubt and wants to help her, you know, build a good life. But I think she's also understandandly cautious when it comes to Gypsy. I think
she's got a kid. She's got to be.
Yeah,
you know, Gypsy
for sure.
has a younger sister who's her sister was 28, 21. Gypsy's like 10 years older than her younger sister.
Yeah, Gypsy's 32, her sister's 21. Mm-hmm. And Christy had said something to Gypsy when she found out that Gypsy was engaged. She was just like, just wait. Just live with them for a while. Why do you have to rush it? And then Gypsy said something in an interview that was something like, I really want like her dad's opinion about it. And she said, if my dad tells me to wait, I'll wait. That to me was the sign of her subconscious screaming for her to not get married. She knows in the back of her mind that it was a mistake for her to marry Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
So
but she wasn't going to be allowed to live with him. That's, I think, the whole thing is when you're paroled, you have one place you can go live.
Right.
And it would have been, she would have had to stay with her dad, not Peter Griffin.
Right. But to that point, normally when you're on parole, especially freshly paroled, like she probably hasn't even had more than 1 or 2 meetings with her parole officer, but because of who she is and the situation around her and the media frenzy, she has been given some considerations that a normal inmate she would never be allowed to go to New York for the premiere of her documentary under normal circumstances. And I think that
income producing, that's the only reason she's probably allowed to.
Probably, but at the same time, is that the message that we want to give to Gypsy, is that like, oh well, you're still special and you still get special treatment, even though
Maybe.
everything that you've known, all the reasons why you used to get special treatment are no longer valid. Now there's these new reasons.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
and
I think
so I
she's
get it.
probably you have to have a job, like, when you're pro, you have to get a job within a certain amount of time. So
Mhm.
and prove that you can support yourself. So she's got all of these networks probably coming out of the woodwork, right? It's handing her
Mhm.
checks, like checks on checks on checks on checks on checks. And the
Mhm.
parole officer is probably like, "Ooh, she doesn't have a lot of prospects."
Mhm.
And that's
No
probably why that
skills.
there's allowance being made for it, because she wasn't fucking printing license plates and shit and taking her
Mm,
anything
no.
like that in jail.
But arguably she should have been.
No,
Because
facts, yeah.
you, if you really are just another number in a prison cell, then yeah, you need to go to the dog pound and clean up dog shit. You need
Yeah.
to, work in the kitchen. And I just feel like that's because of who she is and because of all of the
Mhm.
notoriety and the frenzy around her. She's been given special considerations. So she is continuing to be given the impression that she is different than everybody else for no other
And she's
reason than
special.
besides that she's
She killed her
special.
and her
Yeah,
kid, her
like
mother
shit,
killed.
man. If I'd have known that's all it took,
Amy was with me the whole time.
I was with
She was
Missy
with me the whole
all
time.
night, all
All
night.
night. All night. I want to, because we see how many televised over the years. She did 8 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
We saw how often there was recorded interviews in this prison.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this documentary you and I both watched was a course of 2 years. I want to know how much those, because we talked about prison for pay, how
Mm-hmm.
much were they paid? And that is why she got special treatment. And how
Mm-hmm.
lucrative was it for these prison systems to let ABC News, A&E, Lifetime, NBC,
Mm-hmm.
literally like all of the ones everybody has been for years chomping at the bit to interview her. This has
Mm-hmm.
been news coverage for years, guys.
Yeah. It'd be very interesting to find out. I think somebody should do that research, because you
It hurt.
know that she got something, and in order for them to make those considerations, you know that prison
Who was
company,
putting money on her books? That's what I want to fucking know. Those
fucking
phone calls
everybody
cost
probably.
money, literally,
Yeah, they
probably. I
do.
mean,
Yeah,
because
they
Peter
do.
Griffin even said he saw something, thought she was cute, and decided to reach out. So she probably like can we applaud her pimp work?
That she definitely had some game. She laid that
Yeah.
pimp hand down for sure. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever AOL sexted back in the day, but I know that I had like quite a little fucking harem of grown
Yep.
men in
Yep.
my stable when I was in 16, 17, 18 years old. I had dudes buying me CD-ROMs of all things back in
Oh
the day, but that
God.
shit was expensive, guys. It
It
was
was.
expensive.
You're like, oh, you got a CD-ROM off of him?
And they didn't work with my dial-up very well, so
Nope. AOL wasn't compatible.
god damn it. My mom wouldn't like splurge for DSL, that bitch.
Had to still pay by the minute, had to do the dial-up.
Yeah. But so I give her props for like my fucking audio is not working again, but her pimp game. Like she got they put that pussy on the pedestal without even getting it. Ooh, do you think she's sending nudes?
To Peter Griffin?
Everybody. Everybody. Do you think she was just like Beaver
Ah,
snatch?
it wouldn't surprise me, honestly. It
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me. Because while she is very manipulative, I think that she is also very impressionable. I think that she can
Hmm.
be manipulated into doing something.
Agreed.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna go on OnlyFans, girl, you can't give that shit away for free anymore,
No,
okay?
no,
You
no.
gotta
Yeah.
charge for it. Premium prices, okay? George Santos is getting $300 for those fucking cameos, okay? You can get at least $500 for feet pics.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Gypsy. Call me. I can be your manager.
We got you. We got you. I
We
mean,
got you.
here's the fucking thing. Okay. If old wrinkly ass Ric Flair can charge $750 for a cameo, if I don't even know his name from fucking Southern Hospitality, that's the kind of bullshit trash I'm watching. If he can be, there's say his name is like O'Sheen or something. He's from Scotland, and he's on Southern Hospitality, which is like this nightclub in like Charleston or whatever. It's a spinoff show from Southern Charm. But he is the milkman on OnlyFans. And he will all it is he's in a Speedo and he's like jumping milk on himself. That's all he, because even like
Ew.
one of the gay bartenders, he's like, I paid $12 to see him pour milk on himself. And I'm like, how many people are paying you $12, O'Sheen? Milk is
Milk is
$3 a
expensive.
gallon here. How much is
Yeah,
milk
milk is
there?
it's like $3.25.
Oh, it's like $3.19 here, so that's not too.
How much is gas there right now?
$2.89.
I paid $2.99 today. I felt like a fucking
Yeah.
celebrity. Felt like I was
Oh,
getting
did
that
well,
shit for free.
I had fuel points, so I paid $2.49 a gallon yesterday. I
Good
got
for
gas for under
you.
$40. I about popped a like. Do you get coupon boners? Like if
Oh
I
yeah.
save money, I popped a coupon boner. I was like under
Oh
$40,
yeah.
and I was
For
like,
sure.
and I was under an eighth of a tank, and I have an 18-gallon tank. So
Really? Okay.
it was like,
Yeah.
bing. Hold on. It
So
was like this, bing.
bing.
Yeah.
Today was the first day in a good long while that I've paid less than $3 for gas, and it was only two
Oh,
ninety
I'm
nine. And I
sure.
was like I
Yeah.
said, I was just like
I don't
that.
care.
Yes, yes, indeedy.
We
It
have
was
been under
felt good.
$3 for almost a year now. We've been under $3, but it bounces where it's like $2.94, $2.59. And then the next day it'd be like $2.95. And I'm like, that makes no sense. It makes no sense.
It makes
And
absolutely no sense. No sense whatsoever.
in my car, I would only have to fill it probably like every 2 or 3 weeks because literally I'm going, Micah school is a mile away. Witten school is a mile away. That's the only place I'm going unless I'm going to the gym. And we're changing to where we're going to go from the gym I've been using to the rec center because it's like half price and the whole family can go. And there's like an
Mhm.
indoor pool, which Micah can use and all that stuff. So I don't have to drive 30 minutes to the gym anymore. I just am not going to go when it's sub-zero temperatures to be like, because gyms you have to go in person to quit unless you change your credit card information.
Ugh. And why? Why is that? The only time I've
Yeah.
ever done it successfully one time, and it's only because the gym that I was canceling, first of all, we were just coming out of the pandemic. And also, the gym that I was canceling doesn't exist in Phoenix. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
yeah, it's Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
We don't have Anytime Fitness here, and so they're just like, oh, well, yeah, that's a valid point. Okay, and so they did their little click, click, click magic, and they just did it. But every other time, I've had to actually go in and
Yeah.
have a conversation with somebody. I'm just like, just
Oh, I tried
fucking
that shit with
cancel.
Planet Fitness. I tried to be like, we don't live I found somewhere that like there was no Planet Fitnesses within 100 miles, and I pretended we had moved there because I did not want to drive
Oh
the
no.
25, 30 minutes to go and cancel it in person. I'm talking like we are fucking morons. And I told Kevin, I was like, we're canceling this shit before the first. Because we went like a year because I was a dumb bitch and I was too lazy to drive 25 minutes to go in person and cancel our gym memberships. But we only were at Planet
I'll just
Fitness because
cancel my credit card. That'll be easier.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I might.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. Except they have like this Hotworks is smart because they do where they get your main credit card and then they make you give them another one in case that one's declined.
You can
So
get
they have,
fucked.
yeah, basically. And I have two bank accounts. I have some bills coming out of one and some bills coming out of other. And I don't want to have to like
Mhm.
move money around to CYA just
I
to get out
gotcha.
of, yeah. So,
So the Hotworks that we do have a Hotworks here in Chandler, and they um they do have like this, like you can go once for free.
yeah.
Do they make you give them all of that stuff when
No, no,
you
no, no. They
okay.
just that's if you want to sign up. I will say I like going to Hotworks. It's not that I don't enjoy the going to Hotworks, but it is 30 minutes from my house. Life is so chaotic lately that between probably November and now I've gone 6 times. So I'm just not utilizing it. If it's literally down the street from me and I can go and like our rec center here has like an indoor track. So all I would have to do is go and like walk the fucking track, especially when it's
Mhm.
cold as fuck. So, and Kevin can do it. And like I said, Micah can go swim. Witten can go play basketball after school, and we can just pick him up from there instead of him walking home.
Mm-hmm.
And we had it before and we weren't using it. So I know this is probably pretty stupid, but I also am like, I'm down 8 pounds this month. I know my chins don't look like it.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I'm trying something, but I just don't have, like, when you just don't have like the mental ability to be like, okay, let's get in the car and drive for 30 minutes and go here and
Yeah.
all of that. That's where I'm at with life right now.
Yeah, I have that feeling when I like have to go like down the street. I'm like, no, I'm home now. You want me to
Yeah, I
go
don't
30
want
minutes?
to.
You can get fucked. I'm not going 30 minutes. I'm not going 30 feet.
Yeah. And see, that's why I went to Walmart with a bra on today, because I needed heavy whipping cream for my soup. And I was like, fuck, I really needed it. And I was like,
You don't want to
fuck
pay
it.
Instacart for one like little pint of whipping
It's
cream.
so cold, they're not doing it.
Oh, okay.
It's so
Okay.
cold that I can't get pickup at Walmart. I can't get delivery from Walmart, anything. At Instacart and DoorDash don't do Walmart here.
Really? Do they do Costco? Because they do. Instacart does Costco here.
I don't know because we have Sam's.
Oh,
So,
okay. I'm thinking
yeah.
I might get a Sam's card. Like we've got the Costco card for like the rest of this year. I think we got ours in like October, November of last year or something.
Yeah.
I just feel like I mean there's a few things at Costco that I like and that we get all the time. What?
He's like, we
Fine, I
are.
will get a Sam's card and you can just go to Costco and eat your chicken and just be at Costco. I don't know.
Do you have to show them your card, or can you be like, oh, I have the app?
I didn't know there was an app. Like when we
Like,
walk in.
Sam's has an app.
Oh, so like when we walk in, like they kind of they act like they look at it. They don't look at it, but when you
Mm-hmm.
go to check out, they want to scan the card.
Oh,
Um,
see, Sam's has scan and go. So nobody ask. There's the occasional old school person that will ask to see our cards, and we'll have to show them like on our app. We'll be like, here the fuck we go. But
mhm,
we just scan and go. And then we check out. We don't have to stand those lines. And then all they do is they scan like my QR code for my purchase and
mhm.
scan 3 of the items in my basket. So they
And
don't
it's not,
even know if it's mine.
yeah. So it's not like you have to like bag your shit or anything. Everything is
No,
bulk
in a
and
fucking
whatever.
giant ass
That's
box.
so nice. Like I like that. They don't have that at Costco. I would love to not have to stand in those damn lines.
We
Although
got
our
Walmart
Costco
Plus
is
for the
really
same
good.
reason. Is it? Ours is
I
probably not.
I can't do Walmart Plus. It's just like I'm already like trying to save as much money as possible. I'm like $10 a month is just it's just I'll just go get it.
But you get free delivery. You can scan and go, and you don't have to fuck with those lines. We do scan and go, and then our Walmart is like 90% self checkout anyway. And you literally
Hmm.
do scan and go on your phone. You bring your own bags, and then you have to scan a QR code on self checkout. You're done.
I need you to come to Phoenix so that you can help me get my life together because you know
Yeah.
how to do all this stuff. You could probably
And
even figure out the ESPN Plus to work whenever I've got a bundle with Hulu and Disney
I'll have
Plus.
Witten reach out to you. Witten
Yeah,
knows. Witten knows that
yeah.
shit.
Have Witten CC me later, and we'll
Witten. Witten.
pencil me in for a tutorial.
I'm literally texting him and be like, how do we get ESPN to work? Do you
Well,
know?
I don't have the bundle currently. When I get the bundle, then I'll need the help because we are
I'll ask
still, as
him
of
and
today,
Kevin.
waiting for the settlement.
Well, how's that going?
We're not getting a settlement.
Oh,
That's the way
really?
we are. I mean, I have no doubt that his lawyer is. I mean, we haven't heard from the lawyer in a hot minute, but I'm trying to think like the no news is good news kind of thing, and but at
Yeah.
this point, I'm just like, how much longer are we gonna have to wait? You know, like first it was the judge had COVID, and that was the holdup, and then it was the holidays, and of course that's a holdup. But you know, we're halfway into January now, and we still haven't heard hide nor hair
The
of anything.
courts are still, it depends on how much he had. Have you looked up, do you have like your case number where you can look on the docket and see?
I'm sure that he
What's
has that
that?
information, but I personally don't, because since we're not married legally, then everything is like, it's not us against the court or us against the insurance
Yeah.
company. It's him. So I mean, I don't
Um,
know.
I'll look up how to look up court cases. Is it Maricopa County?
Maricopa County, yeah.
Okay, so I'll look up how and I'll send that to you so you can send
We're
it
a
to him so you
problem.
guys
We're
can.
going to be a problem in the election. You watch.
Not
We're
right
going
now.
to be the
I don't.
problem in the election.
Hold on. I don't need it right now, but whenever we get it, like you have to walk Amy when she gets it to doing it. Okay.
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 Just be like you should just be like buy the bundle, then like go to search ESPN Plus on the search bar. You should have it.
On
If you
what
have
search bar?
the Hulu search
The
bar.
Hulu. Okay, go away. Thank you. Tech support. We appreciate you. He like peeked in. He was like,
You're talking about me?
"Oh, that's because I texted him and Kevin, so they probably thought we were trying to watch it in here." And Kevin's like, "Go fucking put it on for your mom."
She's going to watch something. Go help her.
What the fuck are they doing? I don't even fucking know what they're doing.
Good friend.
Women don't watch sports.
Mm-mm.
We don't.
Nope.
It's true. That
Nope, we
sucker,
sure
he told
don't.
me I was not a football fan today because I am now, because the calls against in the first 5 minutes, the Cowboys, the calls they should have gotten were so bad that I am starting to buy more and more into the NFL is scripted.
You are not.
I am, but
Don't
we'll talk about that another time because we're
see
almost
next
out
time.
of time. Yeah, so
Well, where can we find you on social media?
I am Mama_Missy82 on TikTok. I am Miss Carter820 on Instagram, and we're a Manifested Drama podcast on Instagram. We're a Manifested Drama on YouTube. If you want a Gypsy Rose Blanchard bingo card,
Yes.
I will be sending those out by next Sunday. Email us, manifesteddrama@yahoo. I will email you a bingo card. And if you get the bingo, first person to get the bingo, I will send you a $20 gift card.
Wow. That's awesome. And I
What about
actually
you?
have, I am OG Mary Mother 420 on TikTok. I would like 1,000 followers so that we can go live and you guys can watch this funny shit live and in person. I am Mary Mother 420 on Instagram.
Is that me?
You're doing it now.
I was trying to look at how much I was trying to look and see how many you're at 659. So you've gained 2 TikTok followers since we talked on Monday. So look at you. Do you want to know how many I'm at?
Well, I don't care because you're hateful.
I sure as fuck am. 39.
You just Mama Missy just viewed my profile.
But in my face, I had 3942 earlier. So
well,
there's that.
There's that.
There's that. Don't nudge me.
I nudged you. I'll do it again too.
All right. Well, have a good week, friend. It was fun talking to you.
It was good talking to you. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.